So it's been a long day outside. It's been wonderful, but I didn't get anything done inside because I was literally by the fire for like 2 hours, and Hector was working on the coop, and I kept going back and forth and playing with the kids, and neighbors came over to play for a little while and all that good stuff. So it's 6:30 and now I'm making dinner.
I've not played Angry Birds in a long time because I didn't know where my phone was the whole time.
And I already made like a big lunch, so we had a big lunch. The boys have leftovers for that. So for Hector and I'm making pasta, whatever. I made a video for it a long time ago. Aioli or something like that. It's like with olive oil and garlic and parsley and red pepper flakes. I'm coming right now. And I'm also going to get ready for the week by making some bread and butter, because didn't do that today. So I'm going to make butter for you guys to see. I've already shown you my bread recipe. I've already shown you that pasta recipe. So I'm going to show you butter, and it's like super easy. Anybody in the world can do it. All you need is heavy whipping cream, and if you can get it organic, raw, do it. If you can't, you know, it's okay. It's still better than buying butter, but I got it organic, raw, local cream, and you literally just pour this into the food processor. I'll show you how it's done. So this is just a regular food processor, Hamilton Beach. Doesn't even have to be a food processor. It could be a blender, your handheld blender, your KitchenAid, or even a jar. Don't press that. Or even a jar with a marble in it, and you just shake it until it becomes butter. Because really all you're doing is agitating the cream long enough. Hold on, this clip is messed up. There we go.
What's that?
What is what?
What's this?
This whole machine is a food processor. That's a symbol of the chop, mix, and puree. That's the blade, and that's what we're gonna press right there. So I just do the puree mix. So you can see through there how it's really thick. It's only been going for 2 minutes, and it's whipped cream. Right now, if we took it out and added some sweetener to it, it would be whipped cream, homemade whipped cream. But we want butter, so I'm gonna keep going. At this point, it's butter. That's all the buttermilk, and the butter is separated from it. But I like to keep it going so that it shapes a ball for me. And I know when it has, when it starts moving all over the place. And there it is, baby. Sorry, I filmed that noisy part so long. I wanted you to see the actual separation take place. It's really cool how it's like cream 1 minute, then whipped cream 2 minutes later, then butter and buttermilk 4 to 5 minutes later. It's really awesome. So that was the easy part. That's like so easy. Anybody could do that, whatever. Now comes the time that's a little bit of a burden, but It's so worth it when you taste the deliciousness of this butter. It's better than any butter in the store, organic or not. It is the best. So it's worth it to me, and I only do it once a week, so it's not like, you know, miserable. So I just take the blade out and I get all the butter off of it, and I just put all this dirty stuff straight into the dishwasher. It keeps it, it cleans it right up for me. Hang on, I'm gonna give you a better angle to be able to watch this all happen. Okay, so the first thing I do is get the butter that's in here and actually put it in a bowl. I squeeze it first. Get all the buttermilk out, but there's like next to nothing in here because it's like, whoa, there's stuff in here. It's just not as much as the other little particles. So get all that out, as much as you can. You're not going to be able to get it all out. And then I dig in for the rest of the butter. And this one, I clean up. Get all that buttermilk out. And you just squeeze it in your hands and it all drips out. And there's a bunch of butter in here. Joelle, look at Mama. So the butter is ready and my hands are so cold. They're like red. Oh, very unpleasant to do that, winter or not, because I have found that when I don't put the ice in the water and make it really cold, it's like really soft, and you start to get all sticky all over your hands and lose the butter into the drain. So it's got to be cold water to keep it firm together. If you do this and it still gets that Parmesan smell really strong and flavor you don't like, that means you didn't clean it enough, and it's not the end of the world. Just grab it out of the bowl and stick it in some ice cold water and start kneading it again, and you can clean it more. I've done that and it worked great. You would be surprised how little salt it takes to salt this much butter perfectly. I'm only going to do half of a teaspoon of salt. So, and I have used real salt before and sea salt before, but I suggest that you don't use those because they're so coarse that it gives it like a crunchy texture and it's not very pleasant. So now I just get a fork and mix this in.
What do I do with this?
Butter balls. And really you just like squish it down and mix it. And last time I gave it to Hector. I think I'm gonna do the same thing this time.
All right.
I need some elbow grease. Here, muscle man. So he's gonna mix that up while I take over the bread.
Okay, no, stop. You're gonna hurt something.
It is
Stop.
salted. So you can either leave it in a bowl like this with saran wrap over it, or you can grab it and mold it with your hands and put it in like a little butter cover thing, which is what I do. And I just leave it on the counter, and then I keep the rest in the fridge. And as this empties out, I replace it. And it usually takes about a week to go through this, especially when it's new. Like, we haven't made butter in a few months, so last week we went through it in like 4 days. We were devouring it, but it'll be normal again soon and we won't feel the need to inhale it. Okay, so I know this is not pretty, but whatever, it works. I'll leave that there and cover this up in saran wrap and put it in the fridge until that is empty, and then I just add some more to it. And that's how you make butter. I hope you try it, even if it doesn't end up being what you do. At least try it every now and then for a nice treat, because it is delicious. The best butter in the world. And I think it's healthy. It's a healthy fat. Man, I just watched everything before I uploaded it, and a clip got deleted somehow. So let me show you. It didn't show me. I was emptying out the food processor from all the butter, and then I poured all the buttermilk into a little container, and I keep it in the fridge and I use it for buttermilk and for anything that you would use buttermilk for, pancakes or biscuits or whatever. Even sometimes if I need milk for something, I'll just use that instead because it's not really tangy the way buttermilk from the store is. So anyway, I missed that part, and I don't know if it caught me saying that if you don't clean the butter really well, it gets like a Parmesan smell and a really strong flavor that is not, like, I don't like it. Some people don't do the cleaning process, but it's really important to us because we don't like that Parmesan strong smell. So I think that's all that I said that was deleted, and so hopefully that was. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask.